Hi guys, and welcome to my very first Let's Play video. This is Dandy Ace, a game due out sometime in February. I'm playing it on Steam PC, and it's a roguelite, very similar to Dead Cells and Hades, and maybe a bit of Enter the Gungeon in there. So if you like those three games, then this is your next roguelite of choice. And I've been impressed with it. I played an early build, a demo of it last summer, and I was a little bit disappointed. I liked the style, I liked the main character and some of the stages, but it just didn't quite grab me. But the developers have done a lot over the last few months, and they've really improved the game, and I've got to say I'm impressed, and I'm really looking forward to the full 1.0 release sometime in February. What we've got here, we've got 5 stages and 2 boss fights and some mid stages as well. Upgrade stages, really, you could call them. We've got options, credits and play. In options we've got settings, typical settings you'd expect, gameplay settings, video settings with VSync, resolution, and audio settings including narration frequency, which you may actually get a little annoyed with and irritated by after a while, so I've currently switched it off. Even low, if you put it on low setting, the narrator as you're playing talks quite a lot. Not that I dislike the narrator, I just think it's I just prefer the music background sound. Anyway, so here we go. We've got 2 modes, Twitch mode, normal mode. We're going to look at normal mode today. I've already put quite a few hours into this. I think it's about 10 hours, and I've seen most of what you can see in this current build, and you can see there I've got the progression tabs. You've got some of your trinkets, you've got some of the cards. There's 50 different cards you can get. I'll introduce you to the cards shortly, and you can also get these trinkets that will basically enhance your character. At the moment I've only got normal unlocked. I'm not sure whether they're available, any higher difficulties are available in this version, and you can see I've done 30 runs, so I've had a good go at this game, and I do really like it. So I'm going to start a new run. Normal is quite challenging, I have to say, so it'll be interesting to see what Nightmare is like. So even the loading screens are quite aesthetically pleasing. Here we go then. Right, Dandy Ace. Now then, you've got cards to choose from right from the off. The blue cards are dashing abilities, movement cards, so you can see there, dash. You also have pink cards, which are offensive cards. So this is the bubble attack. Not one of my favourites, I have to say, but we'll stick with it for now. And if you keep your finger on the button, you can hold it and it becomes more powerful, and also seems to be faster. I don't use this weapon that much, I have to say. And you've also got here the packet trick. This is where you drop some explosive cards. These are really defensive but offensive at the same time. So I'll add that, and you can see at the bottom of my screen we've got my controller buttons, playing with the Pro Controller. So we've got A, X, Y and B. I haven't collected a 4th card yet, so as soon as I get one, then that will be added. Right, so here we go. What I really like about this game is that, a bit like some of the roguelites I mentioned earlier, there's such variety in the builds. So you've got a huge number of cards, and you can pair cards together to create synergies with lots of status effects, which I really like. I also like the enemies. I think the enemies are really well done, and they all have the different move sets. So we've got these little gesture type bunnies here. The red bunnies with the forks are the ones that annoy me the most. There's a couple of treasure chests on each stage. You don't need keys to open, and they always have a card. Now this is one that I actually like. I do like this one. I tend to prefer the ranged attacks. So if I press start, then you've got your, I suppose you could call it your card setup screen, your loadout screen. Now it automatically has put it into my 4th slot, but I'm going to just move that. I've got used to this. It was a little bit slow to get going for me to. I didn't quite understand it initially, but I'm there now. I get it. So I'm going to put the 5 of a kind in my main card slot there, and I'll keep the bubble there in the 4th slot, but you can see you've got a top row and you've got a bottom row, so you can put these are basically the main effects here, but then you've got a secondary effect effect here. So each card can be paired with another card to create a synergy. It's good, it works. It's quite unique. I think it's one of the most unique aspects of this game, because there's a lot of things that you'll play and you'll think, yes, I've seen this before. But if you're like me, you like a good roguelite and you're always on the lookout for a new one. And so as soon as this came along, I started to play it. And I really liked it. So, cupcakes, a bit like some of the health pickups in Dead Cells. So we've got locked gates here. You need certain keys to be able to unlock those gates. Here's a shop, so I can buy different cards. I've already unlocked quite a few cards, and these cards are higher tiers. So I quite like this weapon, but have I got enough? I haven't got enough yet to buy it. I need 750 coins. I've only got 430. You'll see the coins at the bottom left. And what you also get is you get shards, the diamonds, the blue diamonds. You can see my tally in the bottom left. These you get from killing bad guys, and this is your currency that you use at the end of the stage to rank up, to buy trinkets, in a very similar way to Dead Cells. So I've got Escape Artist there. If I hold the IB button rather than just click it, I can go to the edit, the cards. So I think what I'll just do is I'll put that there so you can see the difference with it, and I'll put that in the upgrade effect. So you can see at the bottom the bit that's flashing there, the dashing dash. That is the upgrade effect on my Escape Artist card. You can move them around, so you can have them the other way around. You can mix and match whatever you want, and you can match different coloured cards. You don't have to put blues together. It can be pink, yellow, blue, whatever you want. And there's 50 cards at the moment, or in the launch 1.0 release, that will be collectible. So far I've found 28 in this current build, but I'm sure that with updates they might have more in the future. You've got portals, a bit like the portals in Dead Cells. You can move around quickly, which I really like. You don't actually, it's more like going into the Gungeons portal system. You don't actually need to be at portal to move around. You can just press select and then you can move to wherever you want. Flick of a button. Now I'm nearly dying, so I better take a tea potion. So I've just taken a tea potion, which is basically similar to Dead Cells Flask, and you can get more tea potions as you progress and upgrade in the mid-stage zones. Now I've already got the diamond key. You'll see the 2 keys that I've picked up in the bottom right. I think these are the only keys available in the current build, and it allows me to access new areas. So I can go into this area, and there's different exits. So a bit like Dead Cells, you can open new areas and get to different places, different stages. Sometimes you get 1 wave, occasionally you get 2. You get different types of attack waves. Sometimes you get them in a sort of locked room where you can't escape. You've got to defeat every baddie to move on. Sometimes, like now, it's open, so I could have just run away from those if I wanted to. Like here, I could technically run away from those. And then you go to the mirror, and the magic mirror takes you to the mid-stage world where you can upgrade. So we have 2 tents here. We have Jolly Jolly and Jenny Jenny, great names. Jolly Jolly does unlockables, and a bit like Dead Cells, you've got a range of things that you can upgrade. You've got trinkets, you've got cards, permanent upgrades, and you've got Jenny Jenny, who deals with trinkets. So you can have up to 3. There's one called Guardian Angel, where if you get hit and it would have killed you, it brings you back with 1 HP. A bit like the YOLO, you only live once ability in Dead Cells. Then you can choose one prize. You can upgrade this, I think, to maybe 3 at the moment. I can choose 1, so I'll take the tea potion, which is just flasks, really, health. And I also really like the map. You can see the map here, the palace map. I'm on the courtyard, you can see the little cursor flashing. But at the moment, the levels that are available are the entrance hall, the courtyard, central hall, the banquet hall, art gallery, and then the 2 bosses are Axolangelo's Atelier and Cisarella's Garden. But you can't go past those 2. The game ends. And thanks for playing. So that is the first stage, and that was a little mid-level stage where I can do my upgrading business, and now I'm on stage 2, and this has got different baddies. You do 3 stages and then you get a boss. It looks from the palace setup that there are going to be at least 3 boss fight stages before you complete a run. So we've now got poison clouds into the mix, and we've got these sludge monsters that are very reminiscent of the blob enemies in Enter the Gungeon, if you ask me. So, to wrap things up, I'm really impressed with what I've played so far. You can probably tell that from what I've said. I think this is going to be a really solid roguelite for the early part of 2021. At the start I mentioned it's out in February, we don't have a date yet, look out for it. I've heard rumours of the 21st of Feb, but keep a lookout on Steam. It's planned to come to other consoles a bit later on, but Steam is where it's going to get its first 1.0 release, and hopefully the devs will work on it and they'll be adding new cards, new trinkets, new stages. Maybe they'll expand the pathway system so there's more levels. Maybe they'll even, there's talk if they've got time and the money to add sort of timed events, a bit like you've got in Hades, where you can get extra bonuses if you sort of kill all of the baddies in a certain time limit, that sort of thing. So I'm really liking this. I'm giving it 2 thumbs up. It's a solid 4 out of 5, 4 stars for me. Who knows where it'll go. That's me.